Are you eating your way to the grave? Most of us think that we're living a healthy lifestyle, but what if it turns out to be a curveball? What if the food you think is leading you to a healthy life turns out to be the cause of your death if not consumed properly? Are you interested in knowing whether you have been consuming these foods or not? Well, here are 4 common foods that can lead to your death if eaten too often. Check these out and make your diet as safe and smart as possible. Get ready for a surprising revelation regarding the seemingly harmless foods in your kitchen. You're unaware that some foods you are relying on have a darker side despite first appearances. In this video, we will discuss the 4 common meals' hidden risks that could put your life in danger. Starting off, cassava is the 4th item on the list. Manioc, commonly referred to as cassava, is a starchy root vegetable that is popular throughout the world, but is especially popular in South America, Africa, and Asia. While cassava is a great source of minerals and carbs, it also includes naturally occurring substances that, if not properly processed, can be hazardous. One such substance is linamarin, which when consumed can turn into cyanide. The powerful poison cyanide prevents the body from using oxygen properly, causing severe toxicity and perhaps lethal outcomes. The center fibrous core and the outer peel of the cassava often have the highest levels of cyanide. Even the edible part of cassava, while in reduced amounts, includes some cyanogenic chemicals. In areas where it is a staple food, several traditional techniques have been established to make cassava safe for consumption. The most typical approach is a multi-step procedure that includes thoroughly boiling or fermenting the cassava after it has been peeled and soaked. The cassava's cyanide-rich outer peel is removed during the peeling process. The cyanogenic chemicals can be broken down enzymatically by soaking the peeled cassava in water for a lengthy time, typically 24 to 48 hours. The dissolved cyanide is subsequently removed by discarding the soaking water. To further reduce the cyanide concentration, thorough cooking is required. Examples of this include boiling or baking. The residual cyanogenic substances are broken down by heat and transformed into harmless byproducts. Another technique is used in some cultures involving soaking cassava and letting it ferment, which over time causes the cyanide to break down. Cassava preparation errors can cause severe cyanide poisoning. Cyanide poisoning can cause a variety of symptoms, but the most frequent ones include headache, weakness, confusion, fast breathing, and even loss of consciousness. In extreme circumstances, it may result in cardiac arrest, respiratory difficulties, and eventual death. Moving further, do you know that a small meal of yours can have an impact as big as ending your life? Confused regarding what we are talking about? Fugu or pufferfish comes up 3rd on the list. Fugu, commonly known as pufferfish or blowfish, is a popular dish in Japan despite having the potential to be fatal if improperly prepared. The risk comes from the presence of tetrodotoxin, TTX, a strong neurotoxin in some fish organs such as skin, ovaries, and liver. One of the most potent known natural toxins is TTX, and its effects on the human body have the potential to be fatal. When consumed, TTX inhibits sodium channels in nerve cells, which in excessive doses can result in respiratory failure and paralysis. Depending on how much poison was consumed, symptoms can start anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours after consumption. Strict guidelines are in place in Japan for the preparation and serving of fugu in order to reduce dangers. For chefs who want to offer fugu, intensive training and a specialized license are required, usually taking several years to complete. This training includes in-depth teaching in fish anatomy, toxin identification, and safe preparation methods. The liver, ovaries, and skin of the pufferfish, which contain the highest concentrations of TTX, are carefully removed during preparation along with other dangerous sections of the animal. Customers are only given non-toxic flesh, primarily slices cut in the sashimi fashion. Accidents can still occur even with these safety measures if the fish is not handled or prepared correctly. Numbness and tingling of the lips, tongue, and extremities are the first symptoms that can appear after consuming fugu that has not been properly prepared. Muscle weakness, headaches, nausea, vomiting, respiratory problems, and ultimately paralysis follow this. If medical help is not given right away, a person may undergo respiratory arrest in severe circumstances, which could result in death. Are you even aware that sometimes a favorite dish like sanakji of yours can have a deadly secret? Coming on to the next one, sanakji is ranked 2nd on the list. In the Korean delicacy known as sanakji, tiny morsels of still-alive octopus are eaten. Although it might be regarded as a delicacy by some, this practice carries inherent hazards and potential dangers that could result in a situation where life is in danger. The risk of choking or suffocation is the main concern linked with eating live octopus, especially in the case of sanakji. Octopuses may capture prey and manipulate objects with the help of the strong suction cups on their tentacles. These suction cups pose a major choking threat when ingested alive, because they can attach to the throat or the interior of the mouth. Even after being detached from the body, an octopus's tentacles can still wriggle and move. This could make it more likely that the suction cups will adhere to the larynx or throat, blocking the airway and making breathing difficult. The octopus bits might get stuck in the throat and cause asphyxiation if they are not properly digested or swallowed. There have been documented occurrences of people choking or suffocating after eating live octopus, and in some cases, emergency medical help was needed to get the animal out of the victim's airway. The risk is especially high for people who try to swallow large portions without chewing them thoroughly, or for those who already have swallowing issues. Injuries to the mouth or throat can also result from the tentacles' movement. The suction cups might stick to delicate tissues, which could result in abrasions, lacerations, or internal harm. It is important to remember that eating live octopus carries hazards that are not present in cooked or properly prepared octopus recipes. There are a number of grilled octopus dishes in traditional Korean cuisine that are not as dangerous as sanakji. The next one on the list will blow your mind, as it is a silent killer and a slow poison. The top item on the list is raw milk. Unpasteurized milk is milk that has not been heated to destroy dangerous germs, viruses, and parasites. Although some supporters claim that drinking raw milk has health benefits and a greater flavor, doing so comes with serious health concerns that could even be fatal. The possibility that raw milk may contain dangerous germs such as Escherichia coli, E. coli, Salmonella, Listeria, and Campylobacter, among others, is one of the main worries. These bacteria have the potential to result in serious foodborne infections, especially in susceptible groups like small children, pregnant women, the elderly, and people with compromised immune systems. These pathogens are successfully eliminated by pasteurization, which involves heating milk to a certain temperature and duration to render it safe for consumption. On the other hand, raw milk omits this important step, allowing any bacterium to survive in the milk. Consuming raw milk tainted with dangerous germs can cause foodborne illnesses, from minor gastrointestinal discomfort including nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain, to more serious and possibly fatal illnesses like hemolytic uremic syndrome (HUS), which can result in kidney failure, and septicemia, a serious bloodstream infection. The symptoms can range. Raw milk can include viruses like hepatitis A, which can seriously affect the liver in addition to germs. Additionally, raw milk may be contaminated with parasites like Giardia and Cryptosporidium, which can cause gastrointestinal disorders such as recurrent diarrhea, dehydration, and weight loss. As we come to the conclusion of our investigation into the dangers of seemingly common foods, it is critical to understand that danger frequently hides in plain sight. Even the most discriminating palates can be fooled by the seductive draw of delicacies and the unassuming presence of ordinary components. These examples serve as helpful reminders of the significance of knowledge and caution in our culinary decisions, from the lethal potency of some seafood and the intricate preparation needed for culinary delights like fugu to the deceptive toxicity of raw milk and the unexpected dangers posed by common root vegetables. Despite the fact that this knowledge could be upsetting, it acts as a potent reminder of the importance of awareness and sensible usage. Respecting ethnic customs and culinary traditions is crucial, but we must also put our own and our loved ones' health first. We may more confidently manage the huge number of food options by remaining aware, adhering to appropriate food safety guidelines, and seeking advice when necessary. As we set out on our culinary adventures, let this voyage serve as a reminder that the world of food is as diverse as it is potentially dangerous, necessitating a mix of interest, respect, and vigilance. So let's embrace the knowledge we've got from exposing the covert dangers and approach our meals with a fresh understanding of the delicate tango between flavor and security. May the food on our tables not only be delicious, but also provide us with the knowledge we need to enjoy the flavors of life without sacrificing our health.